destroy everything I want to play. With the latest DI failure, there's hope for gaming in 2025. But what if I told you DI is a smaller issue in creating good games? We could argue together what a good game is, but let's set the bar very low. We want a game that just works. So what is the problem? The problem is so basic. It's something you can observe across many aspects of life's today's world, not only in gaming. Let's start with a short summary of how games are made. Games are created by developers who require funding and resources to produce them. Not often, but they do. Publishers often step in to provide these resources, offering a platform for the game's release and handling, marketing, distribution, and other logistical aspects. Additionally, revenue from gamers who purchase the games also helps sustain and grow the industry. #cosmetics. There's also one basic thing we need to have a look at. There's a so-called magic triangle. The time-money quality triangle represents the trade-offs that often need to be made in any project, including game development or product creation. The three elements are interconnected and adjusting one often impacts the others. Or in this triangle, you can only prioritize two of the three elements. More time plus more money equals high quality, but costly and time-consuming. Less time plus less money equals to lower quality, rushed or incomplete. And more money plus less time is compromised quality, quick delivery but potentially flawed. In many cases, you must balance these elements to deliver a successful product. Let's have a simple comparison. Old times versus new times. One of my favorite examples is the development of Halo 2. The team had so many creative ideas that they loved, but they had to cut a lot of content to meet the deadlines. Despite the cuts, they delivered something the audience absolutely loved, a groundbreaking matchmaking system and a stellar overall experience. So what made this possible? Simple. The team was tasked with the project creating Halo 2, the sequel to Halo 1, which was already a monumental success. But there's an amazing part. Just like great chefs can whip up another fantastic meal, Bungie was able to craft another masterpiece. The project was clear. Deliver an incredible Halo 2 experience within the set timeline. Bungie had a vision for how the project could be realized by creating a product they themselves would love to play and, importantly, the gamers would want to buy and, of course, play. This highlights something key about Bungie at the time. They weren't bogged down by micromanagement, allowing their creativity and expertise to shine. In conclusion, a game studio creates a game. You're excited to play it, though you buy it. The developers understanding how to create great gameplay and experiences and knowing what players like and dislike craft a game that you absolutely love. You dive in, enjoy the game, and you are eager to see what's next. Because of this great experience, the probability that you'll buy their next game is very high. We're in the future, so new times. The studio still makes games. You're excited to buy their next release. But now the studio is owned by a larger corporation called, for example, 9. Here's how things have changed. A corporate board decides what games the studio can make, basing decisions on profit margins, market trends, and their own agendas, not on what the players actually want. A project manager steps in, eager to be seen as successful, often pushing ideas that may not align with the creative vision or player expectations. A studio manager has their own goals and tries to implement their own strategies to stand out, sometimes conflicting with the vision of the project manager. Then there's the intern, fresh out of university, who believes every viral social media trend is the next big thing and tries to mold the game's design or marketing to fit those trends. Meanwhile, the marketing team, always chasing the latest hype, scrambles to catch up, basing their campaigns on trends they saw a week ago instead of understanding the long-term appeal of the game. To make matters worse, the developers, who used to be in close contact with players and knew what gamers wanted, are now burdened by 4 to 5 layers of managers. These managers often got their positions not due to their expertise in a game design, but because of connections within the company, or even outside of the company. Many of them lack even the slightest understanding of what it takes to make a great game, let alone a deeply engaging experience for players. And this is my favorite part. As a result, the development team, once directly influenced by player feedback and their creative vision, is now flooded with contradictory instructions from disconnected, incompetent managers. Instead of focusing on crafting a game that resonates with the audience, the studio now chases fleeting trends that the whims of unqualified decision makers and the egos of those at the top. The outcome? The game, once full of passion and player engagement, loses its soul. It's no longer about delivering a meaningful experience to players. It's about satisfying a corporate machine that's out of touch with what makes games great. And here's the real problem. Even the true game design experts provide valuable insights on what works and what doesn't. Their advice is often ignored. Instead, decisions are made by managers or project leaders who, despite lacking the necessary expertise, hold authority simply because of their position. These managers, driven by their own agendas or desire to appear successful, disregard expert recommendations, leading to poor decisions that undermine the quality of the game and alienate the very players it was meant to serve.
There is no
vision, there's no passion, there's no patience, especially from investors who demand constant returns and quick turnarounds. This pressure leads to dreaded yearly releases. Quality becomes a secondary concern as the focus shifts to meeting deadlines and satisfying financial expectations. There's simply no time left to craft a truly exceptional product. This lack of passion and patience results in games that feel formulaic, rushed, and devoid of the care that once defined the industry. The rush to release has overshadowed the commitment to creating something lasting and meaningful. Do you remember the triangle that I showed you? Now let this one. So we have the classic equation. We have more money and we have less time, which equals to compromised quality. Quick delivery, but potentially flawed. This isn't always true. Imagine instead a scenario where you can leverage the experience gained from previous games, reusing assets, proven design methods, and established best practices. How does that sound? With access to more powerful tools and advanced game engines, the development process can be accelerated without necessarily sacrificing quality. Oh boy, oh boy.
Were it so easy.
Here's the deal. By building on a solid foundation of legacy knowledge and refining existing assets, teams can produce high-quality games faster. In this case, the quality should at least be on par with the previous titles, if not better, because the team can focus on refinement rather than reinventing the wheel. In other words, with the right resources and experience, faster development doesn't have to mean a drop in quality. It can actually improve efficiency and consistency, which is translated to money, language. It costs less. But not even this is visible in today's games. Despite having access to advanced tools, powerful engines, and years of accumulated knowledge, most releases still fall short. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the sad reality we're facing today. There's no passion, no patience, just a rush to release games year after year, driven by investors demanding quick returns. The result? Quality takes a backseat. Games that should be masterpieces are rushed out of the door, stripped of the care and attention they deserve. But it doesn't have to be this way. We have seen what happens when passion and time are given to a project, when the developers are free to focus on quality. These games come from that approach, resonate with players, stay in our hearts, and stand the test of time. So let's hope the industry remembers what made games great again in the first place. Because at the end of the day, it's not just about making a quick buck, it's about creating something players will love and remember. If you're still here, Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss an update. I'm looking forward for your opinion and catch you in my next video.